People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, I'm sure if you're all watching German League or you're keeping up to date with young players, Florian Wirtz, I can't say his name, I've mispronounced it, of course, but he's a 17, 18-year-old, I'm sure has caught your eye. You know, for the last 18 months, he's been a name tightly on Leverkusen's lips. Over the last few months, he's been getting opportunities, and this season, I'm sure a lot of you have been looking at him. You know, for me, I wouldn't mind taking him and Neuhaus from Gladbach. Not that we can afford Wirtz, you know, but he's a player I've got a lot of time for. And, you know, obviously Germany probably need to rebuild. Quite a few players are getting of age, and probably highlighted more when they lost 6-0 to Spain in terms of a rebuild. He's someone that I believe could be part of that, maybe even sneak a place on the plane for the Euros. Now, he's 17, 18 years of age. I've seen him. I still think there's a lot of immaturity in his game and a lack of positional discipline. You know, I like his youthful exuberance, but at times he's popping up on the left, popping up on the right, popping up centrally throughout all the games I've watched him. You know, if he's told to do that, then fair play. And these are all the things you'd expect with someone of his age. So he is very raw, but I like him. I've seen him play terrible. Was it Augsburg? There was a game, I think Diaby scored. They counter-attacked and the keeper went for a corner and Diaby scored because the keeper couldn't get back. I think it was Augsburg, I could be wrong. I don't think he necessarily had the best of games. His first touch was poor, he was trying too hard for things and he was complicating things. But if you watch the game against Gladbach, he was quality. He knew when to give it, when to go, when to try and dribble. You know, he's got a good passing range. He's very good technically. He wants the ball. He never panics. You know, he likes to try and travel with the ball and carry it. I really like him. I don't know if he's going to be the guy to you know, they're all saying, you know, he's going to take over from Havertz and do what he needs to do for Leverkusen. From what I'm seeing, I see similarities, but I think they're different players. And, you know, you'd have to ask someone with an informed opinion on the individual if he's going to be a like for like replacement, which I don't think he is. But I think he's got the ability to be himself, Florian, in his own right. I think he's got a lot of potential, people. He's a good player. Like I said, he's got a good passing range. What I like is his technical quality. You know, he relieves the pressure off his teammates. He'll carry it. He'll win smart fouls. You know, he's got a good passing range and stuff like that. He's got a good first touch. You know, he plays with his head up. He's got all the things you look for. You just want to see a bit more consistency. You want to see him make that pass, do it. You know, if you try it out of 10 times, do it 8 times. You know, don't have mixed success with that. Probably sort out his tactical and discipline, and I'd say sometimes keep it simple as well. But he's a player I've got a lot of time for, and you know, there's probably a number of teams interested in him. You know, his stock is rising every game. He's a very good player, and he's fast becoming one of my favourite players. You know, in Germany there's a lot of players. You got them. There's a bagger man at Thingy. At Dortmund, you know, Jude Bellingham, Reina, and people like that. Obviously, at Bayern Munich, you've got Jude Bellingham. You've got Jamal Musiala, who's doing very well for them, and you know he'll be a good player. For me as well, it's a bit different. He can play in that same role, but he's a bit of a different player. I'd say Malik Tillman. Again, I'm not watching Germany religiously to know why he's not getting opportunities. But you'd imagine that's what someone that should be going out on loan or trying to push Bayern Munich's first team, because he describes himself as Paul Pogba or similar to him, and I see why. He can play as a striker and score goals. I think his future is as a number 8 or a 10. You know, he can carry a ball. He can dictate the game with a tempo of a pass. You know, he's comfortable with the ball in difficult positions. His passing range is good. He's got the physical attributes as well. He's quite big and tall and things like that. And he's someone I'm firmly looking at to see, yo, you know, when are you going to come through for Bayern Munich's academy, or are you going to leave and do your thing elsewhere? I think I think Tillman can be a very good player, and if you're America, you're keeping a fine eye on him, because I think his dad is American and his mum is German, so he does qualify for Germany, people. And for what I remember, you know, I think he's actually played for Germany. I mean, in America at youth level, people, at under 15s. I don't know if that was just doing it for the sake of doing it, but there could be some sort of bit in him that makes him want to obviously go out and play. I think he's a good player, and like I said, I think Wirtz is as well. Back to Wirtz, like I said, he needs refining. He needs to play to he needs to play to a higher standard and consistently to a higher standard. But he's got good technical qualities. I do think physically he's decent for his size, but he can improve. You know, I don't think it's a thing where somebody needs to buy him right now. I think he's someone you've got to monitor. But I would love him at Arsenal, and I like him. And for me, the things I like about him the most is that he will take man on. He doesn't, when people are closing him down, he doesn't panic. He shields the ball very well, win fouls. Of course, at times it is very frustrating, and he does give the ball cheaply away. But what do you expect from someone 18, 19 years of age, and he's got a platform to keep building on this season. You know, depending on how he develops, he could potentially play for Germany at the Euros. But in relation to this vid, that's all I wanted to speak about. I wanted to talk about Wirtz, of course, and I wanted to talk about Tillman, and I've done exactly that. Please hit the like button for me. Please check out my channel memberships. We've got a different bunch of memberships. There's 3 different ones, bronze, silver and gold, and there's something for everybody. And I will be adding new perks behind the scenes and more exclusive content and the rest of it. Shout out to everyone who's become a member so far. So like I said, hit the like button, check out the memberships, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I'd love to hear your opinions on the 2 players I've mentioned. If not, if you know about them, or even if you don't, I'd love to hear your opinion. So you know what it is, people. Don't be afraid to comment. You know, check out the rest of the content. But for now, DG, I'm out.